fourth quarter, what happened?
You go to OT.
You get some OT. But in life, when it's over, what's happening?
It's over.
It's over. It's done. Okay? So I want y'all to just kind of think about that. I don't know where you are right now and what quarter of your life you in, but I'm going to try to hit you wherever you at with no overtime and no halftime when I give you this presentation right here. Okay? Everybody with me?
Yeah, we
All
with
right,
you, bro.
So, first thing we want to talk about is what is an extra digit, okay? I'm going to get to this gentleman once we get into the presentation, but his name is Mr. Brian Bean, okay? What I'm about to talk to y'all about is his format, his formula. He put this together for us associates so that we can do what I'm doing right now, which is share with other people, okay? Now, his philosophy is that your income should be growing by an extra digit every 90 days within what we do, okay? So, again, I'm not going to ask you, I don't want to get into your personals, but let's just say, how great would that be if your income could grow an extra digit every 90 days?
Man.
Be amazing, right?
Amazing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a formula and a framework, okay? That piece of paper that I passed out to y'all, okay? I'm going to use this framework, but I'm going to also give you the formula as well, okay? Everybody with me?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and click it to the next slide for me, Mr. Hawthorne.
No problem, sir.
All right, now, I want you to, how many of y'all have heard this right here? I want you to go to school. I want you to get good grades. I want you to get your high school diploma. Then, I want you to go to college. Now, while you're in college, I want you to repeat what I just told you before. I want you to get good grades, and I want you to get your diploma, okay? Now, once you get this diploma, I want you to go out into the workforce, and I want you to work using that degree that you went to school for, okay? Now, I'm going to ask some of y'all a question. How many of y'all sitting in here right now know of a person who did exactly that, but they not working in the field that they got their degree in? I need y'all to interact with me. Come on now, talk to me.
I know a few.
Okay?
I know a few.
Now let me ask you this question. If you know that that plan didn't work for other people, why are we continuing to put people in that pipeline to keep going after that same dream?
That's all we know.
It's all we know. Okay? Now here's what I want y'all to write down if you're taking notes. What we call that in MyEco is we call that the 40-40-40 plan. I ain't talking about Jay-Z's club, the 40-40 club.
Are we not going there?
We're not going there.
Oh.
Not right now. We're going to go later. But right now, we're going to talk about this 40-40-40 plan. Okay? Now, here's how this works out. 25 years old is what you should be after you go through and get all this education that we keep telling you you need in order to be successful. Now, we already told y'all, what's 65?
Retirement.
That's retirement age, right? So basically, you done worked for what?
40 years.
40 years. How many hours do you work a week?
40 hours.
So that's 40 years for 40 hours a week.
Yep.
And when you retire, you're supposed to live off of what?
40%.
40% of what you were making. Now, I'm going to tell y'all like this right here. Just a little bit of backstory on me. I should have said this before I got started. I did 20 years myself in the military, okay?
I'll say who.
You can't tell it right now because all this hair on my face, but that's what they call that their leave, okay? I'm on vacation, okay? Now, check this out. Here's the thing that I loved about the Army. The Army gave me my salary. They gave me BAH, which is a housing allowance. They also gave me BAS, which is a food allowance, okay? Now, here's what's going to happen when I retire. The BAH and the separate rations is going to stop. So now I got to go out and I got to figure out how I'm going to live off of 40% of what I was making or what I used to have. All right? I want y'all to direct your attention down here to the bottom, okay? So what this is saying is that for every 5 years you worked, you should have $10,000. Okay? Now, let's just say you make a medium salary of $25,000 a year. I know that's lowballing, but I'm not real smart. I got to keep the numbers small so I can work with them, okay? Now, if you work 40 years earning $25,000 a year, made $1 million. $1 million passed through your hands.
And that's just $25,000 a year.
That's just $25,000 a year.
So what if I made more?
It ain't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep.
Man, talk to him, brother.
Okay?
Talk to him.
Now, I was just telling y'all on the bottom, for every 5 years you work, you should have amassed what? $10,000. Oh, excuse me, that's the hours. Okay? Now let me ask you a question. Can you show me $1 for every hour you worked in your life? And if you can't, why not?
You haven't been smart.
I'm not going to say you haven't been smart. Let me just say this. You haven't been educated. Okay? Because I'm a firm believer in you don't know
What you don't know?
what you don't know. But remember when I told y'all in the beginning, you know how they always tell you, what you don't know don't hurt you? That's not true. Now, when I was little, my sister can attest to this. I was probably about 7, 8 years old. Now, my mom used to always tell me, boy, don't you stand too close to that heater. Okay? Now, I used to get out the tub and I'd be a little chilly. I want to go and I want to stand in front of that gas heater.
Oh, man.
Mama say, boy, don't you stand close to that heater. Mama don't know what she talking about. I'm going to get as close as possible. You know what I did? I burnt all my backside.
Woo, dog.
Huh? Now, I didn't know that if I got too close, it'll burn me.
Yeah.
But guess who did know?
Mama.
Mama.
So told you.
Okay? So understand what I'm telling you. What you don't know will hurt you. But what we're going to do today is we are here to enlighten you and to educate you. Okay? Because like my mentor always tells me, we've been taught wrong for so long that when we see right, it look wrong anyway. All right? But y'all stay with me because we're gonna show y'all some things today. Next slide, please, sir.
Gotcha, sir.
All right. Now, everybody has 2 objectives in their life. That's right there on your paper, okay? I'm gonna walk with you, okay? Right there at the top. You see it says 2 and there's a blank. Okay? Everybody has 2 objectives that you are trying to meet in your life. Okay? Your first objective is your current lifestyle. Now, when I talk about your current lifestyle, I'm talking about the necessities. Okay? Putting gas in your car, keeping the lights on in your house, paying your utilities, feeding yourself. Okay? These are all things that you must do right now. Okay? But here's the trick. While you're taking care of your current lifestyle, you must figure out how to fund your future lifestyle.
That's true.
Okay? Now, my esteemed colleagues have gone over and told you some things this morning that just kind of made you think. Mr. Hawthorne was very elegant in his class, and he had already explained to us that guess what? If you got one stream of income, you are not going to make it. Now, I just told you that you got your current lifestyle that you got to make sure you take care of everything right now. And after that's done, how much money do you really have? So how are you supposed to do that? Take care of your current lifestyle based off your one stream of income and then look to your future lifestyle. It's hard to do it. But I'm going to tell y'all this right here. If you are not investing in America, you are nowhere close to being retired. So your future lifestyle needs to be funded by what? Your investments. You got to start getting some income producing assets to help you as you move forward. Anybody in here besides me got kids?
Right now.
Now let me ask you a question. When they small and they babies, guess what? They got a certain amount of things they gonna do. They gonna eat, sleep, and don't say it. We in church. Poop. Have bowel movements. Okay? Now I wish somebody would have told me that as they get older, they get more expensive. Because guess what they're doing now? They eating groceries. Huh? I got 3 boys. 18, 6'3", 16, 6'3", And my baby boy is 14 and he 5'11". Don't be looking at me like that. I see your eyes right now. Y'all trying to figure out where it went. It skipped over me, that's okay. But here's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't eat less as they get older. So you got to have something to help you as you moving forward. Okay? Now, those are your two objectives. Now, we had two entities that tried to help us with this problem. Okay? The first one was corporate America. Okay? Right there, you see where it says government. I want you to go to the next side where it says corporate America. Corporate America tried to give us pensions. Okay? But here's the problem that they realized with pensions. People are living a lot longer than what they was predicted to live. Now here's the funny thing y'all gotta understand about a pension. A pension is for who? You. Me. Guess what happens when I die? The pension check stops. My kids not gonna get that pension. My boys, them basketball players, them giants I done breeded, they not gonna get my pension when I die. That's corporate America. Now the next entity, Mr. Hawthorne talked about it very eloquently, was who? The government. With what? Social Security. Now the man just told you that Social Security is not going to be there to take care of you. Here's a news flash for you. It was never intended to do that anyway. How many of y'all got some elderly parents or aunts and uncles who are getting Social Security right now and they trying to figure out how they gonna make it from month to month? Y'all look around, look at the hands going up right now. So here's the thing that we gotta understand, y'all. Them two people, them two entities that tried to help us, they was never intended to do that anyway. And Mr. Hawthorne just told you that every 20 years, what happens? The cost of living goes what?
Doubles.
Up. It ain't going down. So you got to get with it. You got to get with the times. Okay? Now, here's something that you got to understand. At some point in your life, you are going to either, like my man Mr. Hawthorne said, you either going to have to stop working because you are not going to be physically able to do it, or you just ain't going to want to. I've been on vacation, y'all, since 17 June. I don't have to go back to work. Well, let me rephrase that. My wife told me I better get ready to go back to work, but she ain't in charge of me. She ain't here right now. No way. I'm in charge of me. Don't you put that on Facebook. Okay?
Too late. It's too late.
Hey, I'm a married man. I already know. Only thing I run is my truck, and I don't run that. Did she tell me I can't? Okay? But here's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You got to start looking forward and thinking the long game. Okay? Now, those are your two objectives. Those are the two entities that tried to help us. Now, I'm going to tell you what your 4 challenges are that's keeping you from getting there. All right? Now, let's go down to this sheet. A right here is inflation. Go ahead and write that down. Inflation. Now, we, in MyEco, we like to call inflation the silent income killer. Now, some of y'all might be saying, Willie, what does that mean? Check this out. Mr. Hawthorne showed y'all to get on the board. Inflation is when everything is going this way, but your dollar is staying this way. You got a gap going on right there. Now, how is this working? Because everything that you need is going up. The price of food is going what?
Up.
Going up. Anybody here got kids in daycare? What's going on with that? It's going
Up.
what?
Up.
And it, like I say, when they smaller, it's expensive, chief. Because you got to bring in diapers, food, you know, nobody will be in there wiping baby bottles. Huh? But then you got to figure this out too. As they get older, guess what they doing? They eat. Now, my boys had peanut allergies. So you can't go in there and give them no peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You better not. I'll push your head to the white meat. Because now I got to go to the emergency room. But I was in the army, so guess what? I ain't have to worry about that. But you understand what I'm saying? Everything is going up, but your dollar is staying where?
Flatline.
The best way I can explain that to you is the gas pump. Okay? I was born in 1979, okay? You remember what you used to do with $20 when you pull up to the gas pump?
Man, overfull.
What? You overfill it. You got gas coming out of the ground. Huh? You like, oh, I hope nobody didn't see me. But then guess what? You get in your car and ride all week. You just want to be seen, turning corners.
Bend
What's
it.
happening? How you
Bend
doing?
it.
Huh? With that $20, let me ask you a question. What can you do today with that same $20?
Go to work half a week.
You might get half the tank. And I seen what some of y'all driving out there.
Yeah.
That $20 ain't going far. Huh? That's the best way I can explain to you inflation. Okay? Dollar staying the same, but the cost of goods and services is continuing to climb.
Yeah.
All right? Now, your next challenge, if you're looking at that paper, is taxes. Taxes. Now look at this here. Taxes comes in and it takes what? The first 1/3 of your check. Okay? The first 1/3 of your check is going to taxes. What kind of taxes I'm talking about? I'm talking about your sales taxes, your state taxes, your property taxes, your ad valorem taxes. Huh? Now we got a name for taxes in MyEco. Guess what we call it? The Chainsaw Massacre. Because when you turn it on, woo, 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 it's cutting up everything. Taxes. Now the next thing that's taking the second third of your check, is debt. Now I want you to write this down. Taxes cause debt. Now what am I talking about? Now I just told you that taxes is coming in and eating up the first 1/3 of your check. You like, God, what you, help me out, Coach. I want to make sure I don't mess this up. Now if you look at your check, you should see a difference in what you net,
yeah.
and what you gross. Taxes is coming in and eating you up, so now your net is looking gross. Looking horrible. All right? So how do we compensate for that? We go see who? The banks. The payday loan people. See, in the Army, I used to have to tell my soldiers, don't you go down there to Army Loan or Pioneer or Roscoe's, and don't you go down there to A&M.
A&M. Do not go to
Because all
them.
A&M gonna do is get you with some stuff that you ain't got no business having, because you ain't never gonna be able to pay it back. So you got taxes coming in, eating you up from the top. Then you got debt coming in, eating you out the middle. Then you got this last one right here I'm gonna talk to you about. That's getting that last third of your check. It's called big business. Willie, what you talking about? Big business, I'm talking to people about like, let me say this. Anybody in here got the iPhone? See, I got the iPhone right here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying this to impress you, but I'm saying this to impose upon you. Okay? When I came back from Germany, I had the iPhone 7. I thought I was big time doing it, right? You know, used to have that little button on the bottom, it reads your fingerprint, you'd be good, already in there. How about them jokers switched up on me, now they got the Face ID? They ain't even got the doggone fingerprint button down here no more. So guess what? I got to get the new iPhone. What about food places, McDonald's and Hardee's and Burger King and all of them? Let me tell y'all something now. Big business, them jokers is smart, because they make you think that your wants are needs. Did y'all know that red and yellow trigger a thing in your head to make you want to eat? Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
I didn't either, till I got this education. Now I want you to stop and think about this right now. I just told you red and yellow triggers your brain to think you hungry. What color is McDonald's?
Red and
What
yellow.
color is
Red and yellow.
The golden arches is what color?
Red and yellow.
What color is Hardee's?
Red and yellow.
Carl's Jr.
Red and yellow.
Burger King.
Red and
I
yellow.
ain't got to talk about it no more. Now that's just that portion of it. Now let me show you something else. Stay with me right here. Big business. What's this month?
It's
July.
Yeah.
What just happened?
4th of July.
4th of July. What you had to do?
Buy some
Spend
fireworks.
money. You better get them kids some firecrackers.
Yeah.
That's what we call them down here in the country. We call them firecrackers. We don't call them fireworks.
Firecrackers.
Firecrackers. Now what's going on next month? August.
Back to school.
Kids got to go back to school. You got to make sure they're looking fresh. You ain't gonna send. You better not send my nephew to school with no bobo. You better not do it. Don't you send my baby down there no more. Huh? Now that's August. What happened in September?
Labor Day.
Labor Day. What you gonna do now?
Barbecue.
You better fire up that pit. My mama and I already told me, she said, boy, I'm gonna get you some charcoal and you better get out there and burn it up. Now, I ain't gonna tell mama no. Now watch this. What happened in October? Halloween. Did you know Halloween is $1 billion industry? You got, I'm telling you right now, you can go right up here on Loop 323, excuse me, and you'll find a building that's empty right now. September, you'll see some stuff going in there. You'll go in there for October, buy your kids all the trick-or-treat candy and costume, and they'll be right back out of business in November.
Wow.
Huh? Now that's October. What happened in November? Thanksgiving. You already know you about to get fat and what? Happy. Sweet potato pie, greens. Oh man, my mouth watering. Let me get my time.
Peach cobbler.
Ooh, peach cobbler. Ooh, Lord, man. Okay, now y'all said Thanksgiving. What else go on in November?
Black Friday.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Hold on, what you forgot about Veterans Day?
Man.
Huh? Y'all better give us our respect.
Yeah.
Now what happened in December?
Christmas.
January is what? New Year's, and who birthday in January? The King, Martin Luther. February is what?
Valentine's
That's my
Day.
wife's most favorite day. I better not forget her birthday. But anyway, and I can't forget her birthday because that's our anniversary. I think she set me up, but we ain't gonna talk about that. We talking about big business right now.
Yeah.
So you got February is what? Valentine's Day. March is what?
My birthday.
Spring break. What happened in April? That too. Easter Sunday. You better get your Sunday's best and be to church with your grandma now. Huh? That's April. What happened in May?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, Memorial Day. Kids get out. Wait, hold on. What's in May? You better get your mama something for Mother's Day. Don't you act crazy. And then what happened in June?
Juneteenth.
Kids get out of school, Juneteenth, and Father's Day. See, ain't nobody want to say Father's Day. They already come on, man.
We somewhere in there.
Well, check this out. I brought you an entire calendar year to bring you back to what? July. And now it's firecracker time again.
Yes, it is.
So guess what? The whole time, big business had their hand where?
In your pocket.
In your pockets. They crafty, y'all. They is out there. I'm going to tell you what God like, and that's the truth. Now, sound like I'm just kind of in here just hitting you in your face like, man, you crazy. You missing out. But I say that to say this to you. You got them 2 objectives and them 4 challenges. They keeping you in financial destitute. But guess what? We got 3 solutions, y'all. We got 3 solutions, okay? Now, if you got that paper with you, you see right there on the bottom. Now, what we call this is we call this the 369 financial transformation. All right. Now, let me stop right there real quick. Now, here is what makes us different from a lot of other people. Okay, we believe in strategy and not sales. Say it with me. We believe in strategy and not
sales.
Why? Let's be realistic. How many of y'all right now, if I set you down and I said, hey, I got this bottle or this whole case of Smart Waters. I'm going to give it to you, and I need you to go out here, and I need you to stop every car going down 31, and I need you to sell this water. How many of y'all can do it? 1, 2. Now, that's 2 people out of, we got in here, 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. We got 12 people in here. 2 people said they can go out there and sell that water. Why? Just 2 of y'all. I'm going to tell you why. Because outside of falling, public speaking is your #1 fear. You are terrified to death to go up to people you have no clue who they are, no type of connection, but you got to try to sell them something. Unless you them jokers is over there in my neighborhood. I live in a new subdivision there in El Paso. Somebody is telling these boys they got to go get this money because they steady coming to my door, try to sell me a water softener, a sprinkler system, an air conditioner. Joke, I got a brand new house, I don't need no air conditioner. It got so bad I had to put a no solicitation sign on my door to keep them away. And I think they still get me, Jesus, because when I go outside the door, they cars just falling on the ground. Huh? But that's what I'm talking about, y'all. We know that if I understand, some people is just not going to sell. But, like Mr. Hawthorne told you, if I can show you a strategy that'll work for you, no matter what your background is, we got doctors, lawyers, teachers, military people. We got other business owners, other entrepreneurs that are joining our business because of the strategies we teach. Now, if I teach you a strategy, guess what? You can work that. I ain't told you you had to go sell nothing. And throughout this whole entire presentation, I'm not going to talk to you about selling because now I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes. I'm going to talk to you about our strategies, okay? Now, here we go. If you got that piece of paper with you, or let me talk about this fella right here, ladies and gentlemen. This here is Mr. Brian Bean, okay? Now, have any of y'all ever heard of the notorious B.I.G., Big Papa?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Bean borrowed this from him. He said he went from ashy to classy. I like that. Now, he went from making 3 figures every 2 weeks to making 4 figures a week to 5 figures a month to 6 figures a year, amassing in a 7-figure income or career. Now, anybody in here age 22? Some of y'all a little old, huh? Okay. No problem. No,
By a couple of months.
Well, about a couple of months, okay. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. This fellow retired at 22 years old. That goes back to what Mr. Hawthorne was telling you. Retirement has nothing to do with your age. Retirement is a dollar amount. You hear me what I'm saying? Retirement has nothing to do with age. It's a dollar amount. Okay? So, this gentleman here, man, look at it. Just take a look for yourself. This is all the places he's been. All the people he's been able to sit down and talk to. And I'm happy to say that I have an opportunity to hear from him this month. We're getting 4 times. Yeah. And then I get a chance to hear from him every month, and then I get a chance to see him 3 times a year when we do our Game Changers events. Okay? All right. That's enough bit about him. Go ahead and go to the next one. All right, so here we go. Now, if you got this sheet right here, I want you to go ahead and pick it up because I'm about to give you some information that's going to need you to fill it in, okay? Now, in 3 days or less, ladies and gentlemen, what we want to do with you is we want to show you how to, and I want y'all to look at my mouth and hear me good when I say this. We want to show you how to minimize your taxes. I'm going to say it again. Minimize your taxes. What did I just tell y'all when I was talking about the 4 charges? What I told you about taxes? It's doing what? It's eating the first third of your check. Huh? Look at your net and your gross. Your net is looking gross because you paying too much money in taxes. I think it was you that said people are paying an average of $40 a week. Too much money.
Too much.
I ain't real good with math, but 4 times 4 is 16. Put this in $160 a month. Anybody can't use $160 a month? If you can't, just give it to me. I'll find something to do with it. Okay? But here's what we know. If we can show you how to minimize your taxes by revisiting your W-4 form. Now, I don't want nobody to get up and start running for the door because I'm not talking about algebra. I'm not talking math. I'm talking about the tax laws. The tax laws are already in place. And here's the thing. For so long, you didn't know how to go ahead and play by the rules. You was losing. But that's what me and my esteemed colleagues are here today to help you with. We want to teach you how to play the game with the rules that's already out there and put them on your side.
Yep. Okay?
So again, we ain't trying to tell you how to stop paying taxes. We just don't want you paying too much taxes.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna go a little further here. Some of y'all do that, and you know what you be looking forward to come February and March? A tax return. Turn that sheet over I just gave you right there. Now, Mr. Overshawn, will you please read the second line right there where it says, where does your refund come from?
Wallet.
Say it loud, because I got my hearing aid in. I can't really hear you.
From your wallet or purse.
Keep going.
When you tell your employer how much to withhold your paycheck or making estimated tax payment.
Thank you, sir. You heard what my man just said. You got folks sitting around here right now, they count, listen, February and March may as well be another thing that's incorporated in big business. Because you waiting to get that tax return. And what you don't realize is you can get your tax return every month by adjusting your W-4 form. Because what happens is when you wait till you get your tax return in February or March, guess what they doing? They running them specials. Hey, tax time. Come on down to Rent-A Rim. Get these 34-inch tires and put them on that $1,600 car.
Hey.
Don't act like y'all ain't seen them out there.
He said get the 34-inch tire.
And put them on that six. You got more money underneath the car than the whole car worth.
Man.
We said with 24%.
Come on now. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Let me keep moving here. All right? So here's what we know, people. If I show you how to minimize your taxes, what I want you to do is take that new money that you wasn't using, that you was losing anyway, and take it and minimize your debt. See, y'all got the game twisted. You think just because you get some new money, you need to go get some new debt. No, sir. If the government put you in debt, why don't you let them get you out of debt? I ain't gonna tarry on like the preacher say. Okay? So then once we show you how to minimize your taxes and minimize your debt, now you got to minimize your expenses. Because some of y'all got a whole lot of stuff that you don't even need, but you just want to say you got it. I think the cable people now give you what, like 500-600 channels? Yes, sir.
Somewhere up in there.
Just piggyback on what you just said.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to somebody just the other day, and they said that the average individual has over 100,000 different items in their home. It's the average individual. If you go and you count up everything, from your forks, spoons, everything that you have in your house, you have over 100,000 items. So when you talk about going out and just having a bunch of stuff,
that's all you're doing.
That shit right there.
That's all you're doing. Okay? So, minimize your expenses, y'all. Let me ask you a serious question. If you got the cable TV, direct TV, dish, whatever you got, and they say we're going to give you 500 channels for $175 a month, you ain't watching all 500 of them. The normal person probably got about 4 or 5 channels that they like to watch max.
Right.
I like to watch ESPN,
Yo,
I like to watch Ion, I like to watch USA, I like to watch FS1, and then I don't care about the movie channels because if I got FX or one of them knockoff brands, I can watch all the movies anyway.
Yo.
But check this out, I got me a Fire Stick, so I don't need none of them.
Wow.
Come on now. See, I'm telling you how to minimize your taxes. Now stay with me. Because all you got to do is just wait a few weeks. They're going to have a good movie on there you can watch. Now, you got to be careful with the Fire Stick because if you go in there and look at the one that say camera, you're going to have some joke in there doing the thing like this right here. You're going to have motion sickness by the time you get through watching the movie. Okay? But let me keep going, all right? So, on that sheet right there, okay, we're talking about your W-2. That's all of us sitting in here because all of us work for somebody. Now, did you know by being an employee, you are in the highest tax bracket? I'm going to say it again. By you being an employee, you are in the highest tax bracket. You paying anywhere from 28 to 33% in taxes. I had to just... Now, the thing that's funny about that is, I want y'all to write this down. People think that you have an income problem. You don't have an income problem. You have a cash flow problem. Okay? So what we're teaching you right now, we're talking about cash flow management. Now, listen to me. Write this down if you're taking notes. Income is measured in time. Excuse me. Income is measured in dollars. Excuse me. Cash flow is measured in time. If you work 40 hours a week, you're going to get $12 an hour. You can calculate how much you're going to have. That's income. That's trading your time for somebody else's money. But cash flow is measured in time. Because when you got positive cash flow, guess what you're in control of? Your time. You can do what you want, when you want, for as long as you want. Okay? Now, if you're looking at that sheet right there, okay, it should say, I work, I'm taxed, and then I spend. Now let me ask you a question. Who thinks something is wrong with that equation? If I work, I should be able to spend, right? But I can't spend because I gotta do what? Pay taxes at 28 to 33%. Now, let's move over here to number 6, y'all. Now, what we're talking about right now is we're talking about business income. That's what you want to write right there at the top. Business income. Now, Mr. Hawthorne already talked to y'all about this. Now, if you choose to, if you decide you want to, you can extend this membership to other people. Hence, creating you some business income. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Mr. Hawthorne asked Ms. Johnson right here about it earlier. She got a nice purse. Mr. Hawthorne said, if I wanted to get my wife that same purse, where would I go? Ms. Johnson said, I'll tell you where to go. And Mr. Hawthorne said, now let me ask you a question. When I go up there and buy that purse, and I say, hey, Sherry Johnson sent me in here to get that purse, how much are they paying me?
Nothing.
Not nothing. They're going to give you a receipt and say, thank you, come back and see us.
Yep.
And guess what you can't do with that receipt? You can't write it off.
No, can't write it
I'm
off.
going to show you how to do that too. All right? Now, with what we're talking about creating business income, if you decide, hey, Ms. Johnson, I am a proud MyEco member, a happy associate. And what I do is I teach people how to stop giving their money away for free and bring it back to themselves and use it. Now let me ask some of y'all a question. I see y'all got your cell phones and stuff with you. How many people sitting here got at least 5 contacts in their phone right now?
At least.
At least 5. Some of y'all got 200, 300. Now I'm just talking about your contacts in your phone. How many Facebook friends you got? I'm gonna start. Let me go. First of all, who got Facebook? Okay, my man right here. How many Facebook friends you got? About who? 1,500. Okay. What about Instagram? Who got Instagram? Okay, Mr. Hawthorne, how many Instagram followers you got?
Actually, I got a new one. I think I got probably about less than 100 because my other one got I got blocked out.
Okay. So between your contacts in your phone, your Facebook and your Instagram, you got access to at least 2,000 people. $2,000 people. Now let me ask you a question. How many of y'all know at least 10 people out of that group of people that want to stop losing money and start bringing it back to themselves? So guess what? We will show you how to do that, and then you get paid for that. You gonna run your mouth anyway. Let's be realistic. NBA Finals finished up in June. I used to look at my doggone timeline. Jokers be talking about, oh, Steph Curry and them gonna win it. Kawhi this, Kawhi that, and ain't neither one of them jokers got a single red cent. But they can sure tell you where to go down there and get them 36-inch tires and put them underneath that $1,600 car.
Yeah.
And don't get nothing from it. Now, the good thing about being a business owner is you are moving to a different tax bracket. Now, I just told you that as an employee, you're being taxed at what? 28 to 33%. Once you move to become a business owner, you get taxed at what?
18
to
to
23. You got dropped down 10%. And all you did was go from being an employee, which is a W-2, to a business owner, which is a 1099. Did I say do anything hard right there? All I asked you to do, what my man say, you follow simple instructions. Get your membership. Let us show you how to revisit your W-4 so you can stop losing money. Then all I want you to do is tell some other people about it. That's all you got to do. Now check this out right here. My business works.
Yeah.
My business spends. And then my business gets what, Mr. Hawthorne?
Tax.
Taxed.
It's,
Look at that.
it's if there's anything left.
Come on now. Now stay with me right here. We gonna show y'all how to write off your lifestyle. Now some people that was in here earlier, nothing against them, good clean people, they wholesome folks. But some of them had to leave so they could run down the road to go take their kids to go see the new Spider-Man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But because you decided to make a decision to stay here, we gonna show you how when you go to the movies, now it becomes a expense. Not an expense, a deduction.
Business deduction.
A business deduction versus a household expense. Stay with me now. This book right here, thank you, sir. 475 tax deductions for business owners. Now let me ask you a question. How many of y'all even knew it was this many deductions out there? You do now. Because we like my mentor said, we putting some wrinkles on your brains today. Now let me ask you a question. Now this is the one that threw me off right here, Jesus. Check this out. How many of y'all in here got dogs? How many of you know that as a business owner, your pet is now a deduction? Hold on now, let me tell you why. Now I am a home-based business owner. I have a German Shepherd and a Pomeranian. Little ball of cotton. Snuggles, that's my dude, okay? But check this out. Before I became a home-based business owner, whenever I take Snuggles and Tessa to the vet to go get shots, but now, because I'm a home-based business owner, guess what them is? Them guard dogs. Right. Them tax deductions now. Come on now. Like I said, I ain't gonna be able to tell you the truth, and that's what God loves. Huh? So every time I buy dog food, chew toys, my wife want to get my dog, my Pomeranian, a doggone sweater. Girl, we live in El Paso. What are you gonna do with a sweater?
He said, die.
Huh? Come on now. So now when I take my dog down there to the groomer, Snuggles, they give him a nice little haircut, they put a little tie on him. He look like he about ready to do a business presentation. Huh? Tessa be all clean, they put a little polish on her toenail. Yeah. You know what I tell them? Hey, let me get the receipt for that. I'm gonna write this off when I get tax time. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, we talking about how to write off your lifestyle. Let me ask you a question. How many of y'all are not gonna pay your light bill next month? I don't see no hands going up. How many of y'all are not gonna put gas in your car next week? I don't see no hands going up. You gonna pay your cell phone bill, ain't you? So why not pay it and then let it be a deduction so you can get some of it back when tax time comes? And I already told you how you can stop waiting for your tax return and get it every month. Come on now. Now, let me move on over here to this last number, the number 9. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, in 9 months or less, what you should be doing if, notice I said if, you apply these strategies like we're telling you to, you should start being ready to invest your money. Now, I just told you if you're not investing, you ain't nowhere close to being on the road to retirement in America. Now, I think, did you tell your polo story this morning? I think you told it yesterday. I'm going to steal that from you if you don't mind.
Yes, it's true.
Now, let me ask you a question. How many of y'all got a favorite clothing line that you just got to have? Don't be scared, raise your hand. Now, let me tell you a little something. Now, Mr. Hawthorne told this yesterday. I'm going to use his story. One of the co-founders of our business, Mr. Alvin Curry, said to him, this boy used to be polo down, socks, undergarments, everything. Mr. Hawthorne, Mr. Curry said, boy, you sure do like polo. Jesus said he was stunned on it. Yeah, you know, I know you see it. It's clean, ain't it? Look at it, it's clean. Mr. Curry asked him one question. How much stock do you have in polo?
How about that?
Jesus, I want you to look at them and, give them the face that you gave Mr. Curry. Now, Mr. Curry went further to tell Jesus, do you know that if you invest money in them, they gonna give you some free stuff? We talking about dividends, capital gains, asset appreciation. Now I'm gonna tell you a little secret about myself. I like Nike. I'm not gonna get into some of the stuff, but I like Nike, okay? I'm gonna tell you I like them enough, but I don't like them enough to where I'm gonna be outside for 6, 7, 8 hours waiting for the store to open so I can get the shoes. But what I did is I took some of my money and I invested it in Nike. Now let me explain something to y'all. You have to understand that when you start investing your money, you gotta start learning where to put it. We'll never tell you where to put your money, but we will teach you the terminology and the things you need to know. So when you go and talk to one of the money marketing companies like Mr. Hawthorne told y'all about earlier, Merrill Lynch, Vanguard, Fidelity, T. Rowe Price, you can go in there and you can understand what they're talking about so they don't run no fast one on you. There is a way for you to get those wholesale returns. Now, when we start talking about investing, let me back up a little bit. I want you to remember two things. You got to remember retail and you got to remember wholesale. Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say about banks because you need a bank. You need to be able to put money away. But did you know that when you put your money in the bank, they're going to give you about 0.5, maybe 1% for leaving your money in the bank? And you know what they take your money and do?
Go straight to Wall Street.
They invest it. And they're going to get 18% returns on your hard-earned money, and then they're going to kick you out $1. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to tell you what God like, y'all, that's the truth. I'm going to get into that a little further later on. But I just want to put that on your head. Think about that, y'all. Now, here's another thing you got to understand about investment income, investment money. It's taxed at less than what? 15%. 15%. Because here's what we understand, y'all. If you got money making money, then you doing something right. Because if you're doing that, then guess what? We ain't got to do as the government. We ain't got to kick out nothing to you because you taking care of yourself. Yeah. They don't tax money the same way when it's making money. Yeah. That's why as an employee, you get beat across your head and neck at 28 to 33%. And I just told you in the beginning, you're going to work for 40 years at 40 hours a week to retire and try to live off of 40%. What happened to the other 60% that you was getting? Yeah. Now you're thinking. Okay? Now over here, take your money and reinvest it and let it keep making money for you. Okay? Go ahead and click that for me. Gotcha. All right. Now, here's what we want y'all to understand, okay? If you decide that today you ready to get your membership, get your username and password, well, first of all, let me back up. Based off everything I just told you that we can show you how to do and we can help you do with MyEco, how much do you think that would be worth?
At least $1,000.
At least $1,000? Anybody else?
I say at least $1,000.
At least $1,000? $2,000? $1,500? Now, Mr. Hawthorne just told y'all that he knew a financial advisor used to take some software that we have inside of our program and charge people how much again?
$200 to $500 an hour.
An hour.
$200 to $500 an hour.
Come on now.
$200 to $500 an hour.
Here's what I want to tell y'all right now. If you decide that today is the day and you're ready to take control of your financial future, you can get started for $49.95. And then it'll be $34.95 a month afterwards to maintain your business. Now I want y'all to just shift your mind thinking right quick. Now y'all heard of traditional mom and pop brick and mortar buildings. Now here's the thing that they gotta worry about. They gotta worry about the taxes, the light bill, the water bill. They gotta pay their employees. They gotta make sure that they are in the, what is it, the red or the black? In the black. That means you're breaking even. Now I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not that smart. I don't particularly like people that much. I like y'all. Let me make sure I clean that up. I don't want nobody here to think Willie crazy. But here's what I want you to understand. For $49.95 one time and then $34.95 a month, we're gonna give you the strategy. The 3, the 6, and the 9. That's the strategy. Mr. Hawthorne asked you earlier, can you follow simple instructions? I know you can, because half y'all sitting in here, you got your high school diploma. You got some form of college education. So I know you can follow instructions. Now we want you to follow instructions that's going to help you and yours. That's the strategy. Now we're going to give you the software, okay? Now, we got 2. I know y'all got your cell phones. I don't want you to do it right now. I want you to give me just a second. But we got 2 pieces of software that we usually have people download. One is the MyEco mobile app, and the other one is the cash flow strategies. Now with the cash flow strategies, what's good about this is, how many of y'all used to have a grandma or somebody used to do Fingerhut or Avon or something like that? I know you probably still got them. Now here's what they had to do. Every time they did something, they had to take that receipt and go in there and put it in that shoebox. Yeah. Don't you touch that shoe. Don't you touch my shoebox, baby. I got to have that for taxes. Yeah. Yeah. Right there in the palm of your hand with your cell phone. You can take a picture of your gas receipt. Cost you $50 to fill up your truck. Take a picture of it. Now guess what? It's in your cash flow management. You ain't got to keep up with the receipt. It's in your phone now. Now what I like about it is at the end of the year when it comes tax time, you can go in and it'll create a spreadsheet for you that has all of your expenses in there. Your light bill, your water bill, your cable bill, your rent, your insurance. All that stuff you gonna pay anyway. Now, like I told you, now it's no longer a expense, it's a deduction. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, we're gonna put you in the system, okay? Now, my brothers here were so kind to come down here and do this what we're doing right now. Okay, now we do things like this all over the country. If I'm not mistaken, we got some other ones going on in Atlanta today.
Yep. Super
Detroit or somewhere up north.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Florida.
Come on now. We doing this all over the country. It ain't just here. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than Jesus and Chauncey. What we do is we put you in our system, okay? Now we do stuff like this. We also do what we call Zoom meetings. These are meetings that where we get on and all of those people that we just told y'all are doing events just like this today, we all can get on a virtual call that we can see each other and we can talk to one another. Me and Chauncey do it, what 2 times a week?
At least.
You know what I'm saying? He down there in San Antonio, I'm in El Paso. That's an hour difference. But we on the same thing, talking to each other. Okay? And we also do phone calls, okay? People all over the country, dial in, listen, okay? Stop talking, Siri, nobody talking. Okay? Now, the last thing it does is the success. Let me tell y'all right now, I cannot promise none of y'all success because here's what I don't know. I don't know how bad you want it. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you this. If you're willing to take the strategy, utilize the software, get yourself in the system, you will have success. I drove 3 hours the other night to go sit down in this man's house to hear him give me some of his knowledge so I can be where he is. Y'all see them pretty trophies over there on the table? Them ain't none of mine, them Jesus. I just want y'all to know that. I'm trying to get mine. Okay? But all I'm saying is this right here. Your success is in your own hands, ladies and gentlemen. You can control your own success. Because here's what else we know. That if somebody can control your money, guess what else they can control?
They can control
you. If you go to work tomorrow, Miss Johnson, and your boss say, hey, Stephanie, thank you for what you've been doing, but your services are no longer needed. But you's a good employee, Stephanie. You come in when ain't nobody else there, you stay longer than everybody else do. How they gonna let you go? That's real. You'll call me? That'll work too. Cause all I'm gonna tell you is $49.95 to get you started and $34.95 a month. We gonna keep you in there. I'm gonna put you in the system, baby. Go and click the next one, man. All right. I'm not really gonna get into this, but these are just a few things that are within your membership. My man, Mr. Mr. Hawthorne just told y'all. Membership has what?
Privileges.
Privileges. Look at all that stuff you get right there. ID Defender, smart money system. That's what Mr. Reed was talking y'all about earlier with that credit stuff. You can learn how to do that yourself. Stop letting them people beat you upside your head. I need $200 right now, and then it's gonna be about 90 days. But while we waiting for you to see results, I'm gonna need you to give me $100 more. Hold on, cuz. What? When I'm gonna see some tangibles, some stuff I can touch, I can see. You can do it yourself. Any coffee drinkers in here? I drink it, and guess where I get it from? I buy it from myself, and when I put in the coffee pot, I get back and I drink it. Guess what the coffee tastes like? Money. Huh? It tastes good because I bought it from myself. You're going to do it anyway. Okay? Click that next one for us, sir. All right. Now, this comes straight from the IRS. I didn't make this up. That sheet I gave y'all, if you look on the back of it right there, it's right there for you. I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence. Take some time and read it and come to ask us questions. We'll get you straight. But look right there. There it go again. The average refund was about $40 a week, too much. Stop giving away your hard-earned money, y'all. Click it again for me, Mr. Hawthorne. All right? Now, Mr. Hawthorne talked to y'all about this when he was doing your retirement plan. Okay? All we doing is we taking your tax savings and putting it with the money that you was already using to pay bills, and we helping you get rid of it faster. So that way you can get you some positive cash flow. Now let me ask y'all a question. I should have asked you this in the beginning when I was going through it, but I want you to ask yourself this question. How much more money would you have every month if your debt was zero? Now I'm not talking about them recurring bills that you must pay. Because we live in Texas, y'all. You don't pay the light bill, you gonna burn up in your house.
Yeah.
It'll be a furnace in there. But I'm talking about the installment that Mr. Reed went over for us. You know, a car note, them credit cards. Get rid of them. How much money would you have more? How much more money would you have every month if your debt was zero? Next slide, please, sir. Okay. Now that's what that cash flow manager app look like. Like I said, I don't want you to download it right now. We're gonna get to that part. Go ahead, sir. All right. Now this is just how it works. So you can track your own expenses. This is me right here. I went to Red Lobster. Had me some old fisherman's platter.
Yeah.
They say I need to stay away from them fried foods, but I love them too much. I ain't gonna do it. I spent $35 at Red Lobster at a team meeting in Chicago. Huh? I drove too from the airport, cause y'all know from here to Chicago ain't 54 miles. This right here, this is my monthly membership to keep my business going. Now I just told y'all, with a brick and mortar business, you is not finna maintain it and run it for no $34.95. And if you is, what is you doing? Because I need to get in, I need to invest in that. Okay, I don't know how long you're going to be around, but if I get while the getting is good, I can cash out, okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Hawthorne. All right, now this right here, this the one I like. This you see this right here? What they say up top? Commission. What that mean?
Got paid.
That money coming this way. That's a check. You can use that. You can use your cash flow manager for that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we like to call this the IRS proof system. Because all you got to do is utilize it. We got tax professionals that use this very tool. If it's good enough for them, why ain't it good enough for you? Okay? And this is what I was telling y'all. At the end of the year, you can go in and you can print it out and it'll have everything in here for you. So those 3 things that I just showed you, the meal, the membership, and the commission check, it's all right there. And guess what? Now you ain't got to go in there through that shoebox and be trying to figure out, oh, doggone it, I know I flew to Chicago. Just put it in your doggone cash flow manager. Get rid of that headache. Go ahead, Mr. Hawthorne. All right. Now, this is what I was telling you about writing off your lifestyle. Okay? Now, let's just say this is you as a W-2 worker. You made $50,000 a year. That's your gross. But look what happened with the taxes. That left you with $32,000 and you had to pay $18,000 worth of bills, and look how much you got to live off of for the rest of the year. $14,000. I ain't gonna put nobody's business out there, but I know some folks that pay that much a year in child support. Now, if you pay that much a year in child support, where you supposed to live at? Where you going to the, what they call the Salvation Army? Meals on Wheels?
Somebody's couch.
Somebody's couch? My sister got a good one. I've been sleeping on the last couple of days. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, we talking about writing off your lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. When I go home, I got an office in my house that when I'm on there talking to Chauncey and Jesus on Zoom, guess what? That's my office. I write it off. Square footage of it. Your cell phone bill, take a little bit of that. Take all that stuff right there, just take a little bit of that and write it off. Now let's look what happens when you become a home-based business owner. You made $50,000. Your bills were $18,000. Your net is $32,000. Hold on, wait, hold on, help me out, Hawthorne. It's the number right here, right?
Yep.
The difference right here.
Yep.
Look at that. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is when you become a home-based business owner, let's just say you make $50,000, but you got $25,000 worth of business deductions. Now they taxing you on $25,000 and not $50,000. Don't that make sense?
Make nothing but sense.
You doing the stuff anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Quit doing it for free. Now you saved $11,000 a year, $900 a month, $225 a week. And all you did was do what you was gonna do anyway, but now your money's going from a W-2 to a 1099. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
Now these are some checks that get passed out. Now I know, how many of these you got in your house? About 13 of them?
I got a couple.
These are just some of our business associates. This gentleman right here, Mr. Terrence Hill, we call him the Godfather. Now that's just like I said. This is what is this? This is a game changer, right?
Game changer.
They can you come up and they give you your checks and they just got your dollar amounts on there. Okay. I ain't gonna tell y'all what nobody's making, but I will tell you this: if you get a chance to go to Game Changer, please go. It will change your life.
Yep.
I went to my first one in February, and the only way I miss another one is if the good Lord called me home. And I hope you don't do it because I got more work to do.
Yeah.
Okay? Next one, please, sir. Some more stuff about the membership. Keep going, please. That's right there what we call the cashback mall. Again, membership has what?
Privileges.
This is one of your privileges once you get your membership. I know one of you fellas out there like Advanced Auto Parts. Some of y'all would probably prefer to go to O'Reilly's and stuff like that. But let me ask you a question. How much money do O'Reilly's put in your pocket when you go in there and buy that motor or that battery or whatever you need? They don't. But Advanced Auto Parts will. PetSmart, they good to me. Because guess what? They bring my food so I can feed my guard dogs and drop it off right on the doorstep. I ain't got to go I even get them some treats while I'm in there. Yes, sir. Send it to the house. They good dogs. Next slide, please. All right, then we just talked to y'all a little bit about this, about how when you get your money into investments, they tax it different. Okay? They like it when you're making money. Keep going, please, sir. That's what we was talking to y'all about. Okay? Asset accumulation. Keep going, please, sir. Y'all seen this already. What Mr. Hawthorne went over with you this morning. Keep going, please, sir. Keep going. Keep going. All right, training support, okay? I'm not gonna go into this much, but just know that this right here, we will show you and teach you how to do all of this. Mr. Hawthorne said it best. We'll put you in business for yourself, but you will never, ever, 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 ever be by yourself. I couldn't have put on this event here today without the help of them. I didn't have to, so why would I? Okay, next one, please, sir. All right. Here we go. Gonna wrap this up. Don't pay no attention to this right there, because that's gone. Okay, that boat done sailed. But it's all good, because you still get all of this stuff right here. Now the question you gotta ask yourself is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. If not this, then what? If not this right here, then what? You start your own business for $49.95. Pay $34.95 a month to maintain that. And then we're going to show you how to write off your lifestyle and how to increase your money 1 digit at a time. We're going to add an extra digit to it. Okay? Just ask yourself that. If not this, then what? Where else are you going to be able to go right now today with the dollar amounts I just gave you? Start a business where they're going to teach you how to write off your lifestyle